What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a rookie mock draft based on our league. So in this video, I'm really just going to go over every single pick, and I'm going to go through I'm only doing the first round of this video because if I go into the second round, first round, it's going to show guys that I want, and then it's also going to just show you guys better ADP, and I kind of don't want to do that as foul as that is. I need advantages for myself. Anyway, so I'm just going to be doing the first round today. I'm going to go through each pick, tell who I think is going to go at each pick, and give reasoning behind it. And I just want to let you know, I'm not going to be 100% correct, obviously. I don't know what everyone's thinking, but I just kind of like see stuff. I was just, this morning, I was like going through like the first round and like kind of like mocking it based on like team needs. And I kind of formulated, I think, is a good first 10. And I think it makes sense for every single play that I'm going to go over. And there's obviously going to be reason behind it. And I want to let you guys know this is before the running back weigh-ins and the running back 40 times and the running back combine altogether, because I really think this is going to affect like the first, especially the Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Spiller, Breece Hall difference between the three. Obviously, draft capital matters too. This is before the draft. So I think I'm going to just go right into it and I'm going to go through it. So first, 101. I don't think this is a question. Dina Cole told you he's going to go with it, and I think he does. And I don't blame him at all. Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is going to be a stud. Obviously, did not have the best year. But no, he's insane. He has really good arm strength. We seen it yesterday at the combine. He didn't run the 40. He might on his pro day. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I think he's extremely fast. I think he's Lamar Jackson with an arm. And I'm not saying he's going to be Lamar Jackson level of quarterback, but I just think that like he's fast and he has a great arm. I don't know. I fell in love with Malik Willis. I wish I could have him, but Malik Willis, I can't argue at the 101. Guy's going to be a stud if he starts easily floor of a top 10 quarterback. Maybe he goes to a team that he sits a year. I don't know where that would be. I'm not gonna really think about it, but yeah, no, Malik Willis 101. Don't blame it at all. Dina Cola gets another good quarterback. I like it a lot. Okay, 102. Yeah, I think I'm going with the number one wide receiver in the class. Obviously, his stock went a little down during the combine. I don't think he'll be a top. I think London and Wilson, and maybe even Jameson Williams in real life will be drafted before him. But this isn't real life. This is fantasy football. So I think Treylon Burks has he's going to be an alpha wide receiver. I think he's going to be a beast. Obviously, he ran a 4.5. People thought he was going to run a 4.4, but I think it's fine. He's 225. He's a big dude. I think he'll be fine. This is who I was going to take at the 102, but I obviously traded down to the 203 and then got these two picks and then a future first. No, I love Treylon Burks. I'm not going to lie. I fell in love with his tape. I'm a big fan of his. I've been a huge fan of his this entire year. Always been talking about him to everyone. But yeah, Treylon Burks, I think he'll be a stud. I don't blame it at all. So 101, 102, Malik Willis, Treylon Burks. I think Dina Cola is set, honestly. I think, and then I'm pretty sure it's two other picks. So yeah, I think he's building it right. So we're going to move right to the 103. And I'm not saying this is the pick he should take, but this is who I think he is going to take. I don't think he's going to pass on his boy from USC. He's a newly proclaimed USC fan because he's a bandwagon of college football. Just please stick with one team. It's not a good look on your part. But no, Drake London, I think he's Mike Evans-esque. I think he came in at 6'3". A lot of people was like, oh, he didn't run the 40. There was no need to because he's the wide receiver 1 and 2 off the board. There's no reason for him to run. I don't know if he was going to run the 4.6s, 4.5s. I really don't know. I have no idea. But he's gonna easily first round NFL capital. I think he'll go to a good team, be in a good situation. So yeah, Drake London 103. I still think he should go running back because his running backs are iffy. I know he thinks they're not, but a lot of people agree with me. I think his wide receivers are fine. He is like also Amari Cooper today. Big news with that, but yeah, 103 Drake London. I don't hate it at all. I like Drake London a lot. So you just got to get your guy, get the best value, and I think Drake London's good value here. So for next, I'm gonna go 104. I think Josh 100% taking a running back here. If there's a running back that goes here, he's just gonna take another running back. Like I just think he has to go running back, having Fournette and Connor with the good wide receivers that he has, and then the quarterbacks and stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to put Breece Hall. I'm not going to put Isaiah Spiller. I'm actually going to have Kenneth Walker as the running back one that goes in our draft. And Kenneth Walker transferred to Wake Forest. Was looking like the Heisman for a couple of weeks when he was going off 100 yards a game, 2, 3 touchdowns. Didn't have the receiving ability really. We haven't seen that much in college. That's a big question mark. But maybe they just didn't utilize him there. Maybe he'll be going to the NFL, be a workhorse, a true workhorse, or maybe he'll be a first, second down guy. And it's a big difference. But I think Kenneth Walker will be the first running back selected in the real NFL draft. So having the draft capital, I think he's going to start right away. Depends what team he goes to, obviously. But 104, Kenneth Walker, love it. Okay, this is a big pick right here. 105. I really think I don't think Adam's capping. I actually think he's going Kenny Pickett. I know everyone's saying it's a lot of smoke, but I think his reasoning behind this is to go Kenny Pickett. Now he has Lamar Jackson. He's going to trade Lamar for 2 firsts and a young wide receiver, and then he dresses at Josh Reynolds' hole. So the thing about it, he has Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Gibson, Montgomery, and then I can't really think right now. DJ Moore, a couple other guys. The point is that he's going to fill the holes. I think he's going to address it this offseason. I think he's going to make his future a little brighter. I'm not going to lie. I think the best thing for him to do is trade Lamar for 2, 3 first plus. I think it's the only thing he can do. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to go anywhere with this team. I'm just going to be completely honest. So, yeah, 105, I think he's going Kenny Pickett. Kenny 2 gloves, Kenny small hands. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Everyone's joking about him having small hands, but so does Burrow. So nobody talks about him. Michael Vick also had small hands, 8.5-inch hands, but nobody was talking about that. They were just finding a way to hate. But Kenny Pickett, obviously he broke out this year, but I think he'll be a pretty good NFL quarterback. Next, Nick DiNicola at the 106. So far, he already has Malik Willis, Treylon Burks. So I think he's going to fill out the other position. And right here, I think he's going to go Breece Hall. Breece Hall is my running back one in this class. Not that I should be telling you guys this, but I like Breece Hall a lot just because his receiving upside, his capability as a Iowa State. Love watching him play. Human highlight tape. Like he's a beast if you ever watch his film. I think it makes a lot of sense for him to go running back here because I'm pretty sure Sony Michel's is running back too, which is pretty fucking dead. Should have traded him while he had the chance. But yeah, 106 Breece Hall, I love it. There's a lot of mock drafts that have him going 101, so I don't blame him 106 if he goes Breece Hall here, and then his team is we're gonna solid one. Malik Willis, Breece Hall, Treylon Burks. That's pretty insane. Honestly, that's probably some can argue that's the best at every position, and we're only up to 106. I like that a lot if Nick starts with that. So we're gonna move on to the 107. Wait, I believe Pat McAfee said, this Ian Rappaport. I'm just going to read this real quick. I believe Amari Cooper is done with the Cowboys, but they're going to try to trade him before they release him. Obviously, that makes sense, but with speculation they're going to release him, they're just not going to no, I don't think people will trade for him. I don't know, especially with the money's guaranteed. So 107, this is huge for Josh. I think this is a no-brainer. Garrett Wilson, 107. I think that's pretty insane. Some people have him as the first wide receiver of the class. I don't personally. Never was the number one guy at Ohio State. It was Olave last year and then Jackson Smith Najigba this year. But no, Garrett Wilson, obviously, I think he'll be a beast in the NFL. PPR machine, route technician, separation specialist. I think he'll be a beast at the NFL level. He'll be a lock to go in the first round. I don't know where. Maybe he'll be the first wide receiver drafted. It really depends. Maybe I seen him mock to the Jets. I think he'll be good no matter where he goes, just because of the separation he creates. So now we have a 108 of Mikey. Just looking at the board right now. This I'm not gonna lie, this pick is a little tough because I gotta look at Mikey's team. Let me just look at it real quick. I think it's pretty obvious what position he's going to go here with the team he got, and he has a decent amount of wide receivers on the bench. I think he's going to running back, and I think there's a huge fall off from Spiller to Kyron Williams. Obviously, draft capital matters. So I think I'm going to go one of Isaiah Spiller. Again, I think this class, a lot of guys can go. There's a thing that this class, I don't think it's a lot of top elite talent, but I think it's a lot of really great deep talent. Like to get Isaiah Spiller here at the 108 that some people have is the thing is that some people even at the 108 have like Isaiah Spiller way up here. So it's crazy. It's a good value. I feel like everyone so far has been getting great value. Isaiah Spiller at the 108 from Texas A&M. I seen him play. Very good running back. Yeah, I just think that well, obviously I just showed you his team has Saquon and he has Zeke. Saquon's like a little question mark and there's speculation that he might get traded. Obviously he's still an elite talent, but at what point can we just say talent, talent, talent? And then he's 27 years old and he's only had 1.5 good fantasy seasons. But no, I think he's gonna be a beast, Isaiah Spiller. I won't be surprised if he's the running back one from this class. So yeah, Isaiah Spiller, 108. So next, Nick V. I'm just gonna look at Nick V's team just real quick because he changed it up a little bit. He has 4 quarterbacks, but I don't know. I see the 109 in a SuperFlex league, and I see that Matt Corral is still on the board. That I've seen Matt Corral in SuperFlex leagues go all the way at the 102. I think it's a no-brainer easily to go Matt Corral, and that's why I'm going to put it there. And the reason why I'm also going to put it there is that I think Matt Corral is a good quarterback. Played for Ole Miss, was a beast, has a good arm. I just think that especially with the Watson trade, and he has another pick and 2 picks. So I think it's better for him to take a quarterback and then go back before Dina Cola takes another quarterback and just herds the quarterback market. At a 109 and a super flex league to get Matt Corral, I think that's an easy smash pick. So yeah, now we're gonna go to the last pick. Dina Cola at 110. And I think right here he's going to take the best player on the board, even with a torn ACL. I think he's going to go Jameson Williams, and I think Jameson Williams. I think he's really good at football. Obviously, he tore his ACL, so he's going to be out probably half the year next year. But with Dina Cola drafted now, Malik Willis, Treylon Burks, Brees Hall, and Jameson Williams, I honestly think he's going to be set. And then he has, does he have any other picks? Not really. He has some 23 picks. He has a pick here. But no, I think Dina Cola is going to be good. I think Dina Cola definitely won the first round 100% with the value that he got. Like, I think Malik Willis, Brees Hall, Treylon Burks, Jameson Williams, that's pretty insane. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up. So we'll just go through the first 10 one more time. So Malik Willis at the 101. Dina Cola gets another quarterback. Then he goes Treylon Burks, number 1 wide receiver in my eyes at the 102. Steven goes Drake London. Josh gets his running back that he needs in Kenneth Walker. Adam goes Kenny Pickett, his guy. Brees Hall goes to Dina Cola at the 106. Garrett Wilson is a steal to Josh at the 107. Isaiah Spiller at the 108 to Mikey. Nick V gets Matt Corral, and then Dina Cola wraps it up with Jameson Williams. So I appreciate you guys listening to this. Let me know what you guys think, obviously. Let me know. Be like, oh, that's terrible. No way I take him. Or maybe that's actually a good pick. Maybe I didn't really think about that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.